Hello and welcome. This help video focuses on one of your more involved assignments of the semester. It's Module 4, Assignment 2, and it's called the Self-Portrait. Before we download the assignment template for this week, I want to show you some of the correlation between the assignment directions and the study activities that you've been working on for Part 2 of Module 4. So let's have a look at the purpose. Self-knowledge is an important aspect of decision-making in college, career, and life. The purpose of this assignment is to synthesize what you have learned about yourself as indicated by the VARK's learning styles, the multiple intelligences, the personality preferences, and BE learning style assessments. And the reason I say it like that is because those are directly related to the experience you've been having in Part 2 of Module 4, indicated by the learning styles. Well, you already read all about learning styles on Module 4, Study Activity 4. You did a reading through the OER content. Hopefully you took the self-assessment related to the VARKs. You corresponded that with how to excel in the classroom and how to use that information to pick a career that's right for you. So all this information is related together. So you might have already done some of this work. And if you took diligent enough notes, that will save you some time on this module's assignment. So let's continue to have a look. We will download the file here in just one moment, but we're going to read through the directions together here so again I can show you the association between parts A, B, and C and the study activities you've been completing throughout the module. So part A is all about the VARK learning style. You're going to search the internet for a VARK learning style self-assessment, or you can click this link and it will bring you to one directly. So you can do your own research or just click the link. But I'll tell you that this link right here is the exact same link as this one here. So you might have already done this. If so, check your notes. Hopefully you have your assessment results written down somewhere and you can use those results for this week's assignment. That will cut your time on this assignment down significantly. If you forgot to take the self-assessment throughout the module or you didn't record your results, you will need to take the self-assessment again. But the objective behind this is to take a self-assessment. This one deals with learning styles. The next one's going to deal with multiple intelligences. And again, that's the same self-assessment that you would take here on the study activities page. And another self-assessment dealing with personality. The whole idea behind this process is to take these self-assessments, find out more about yourself, but then find out how you can use that information to do better in school and how to pick a career that matches those results. That's going to be true for learning styles. That's going to be true for multiple intelligences, where you have the academic strategies and the career connections. Those go hand in hand with the point I was just trying to make. Additionally, personality. There's going to be a self-assessment, but then ways of linking your results to academic strategies and career connections that match what you found. So this assignment is all about you, finding out more about your strengths, finding out more about your personality and your interests, and how you can take those results and use them to do better in school and better in life by way of picking a career that's going to suit you the best based off of those results. So I just wanted to take a moment to align the directions from this week's module or this module's assignment to the study activities, because some of this work you might have already done. From here, let's go ahead and download the template and have a look at how to complete this week's assignment and get full 25 points worth of credit on this work. The assignment directions remain on the left-hand side of the screen. Now on the right-hand side of the screen, we have the Word file that you're going to fill out entirely, save, and submit for this module's assignment, starting with Part A, VARK Learning Style. Search the internet for a VARK Learning Style self-assessment or use the one provided inside of the class. So you can click this link right here. It will bring you to a self-assessment. You'll take that self-assessment and find your results. You're going to summarize your results in 2 to 3 sentences here about what those mean about your learning style. So this is what I received as my result on the VARK learning style self-assessment, and this is what those results mean. Find a way to express that in 2 to 3 sentences, and that's going to take care of the description of your score on the VARK learning style. Now you're going to take that a step further and list 3 or more strategies below here which you can use to be successful in college that relate to those results. You don't need to make these up. There are links inside the class that will say, this is how you scored on the self-assessment. These are strategies you should be trying. So the information is out there. It's just your responsibility to connect those dots. You can do so by using the links provided on your assessments page or just search the internet. All the information can be found out there. So do the research, make the connections, and report them here for the classroom connection. At least 3 strategies that you can use in the classroom or study strategies that tie in with your results on the learning styles assessment. Then you're going to take it an additional step, and now you're going to be forward thinking to your career connection. List 3 or more career options in the space provided below, which also relate to those self-assessment results. So again, there are links directly inside the class. You can use these links or just search the internet for. These are the results I got. What types of careers are best for this type of learner? The information's out there. Do the research or click the links. You also saw the links in the study activities earlier in this video, but I just want you to see the correlation. This is where you summarize all of your results. This is how I did and what it means. This is how I can use that information in the classroom, and these are careers that also apply to those results. So that's the assignment in a nutshell. What you're going to do next is just repeat to the different principles mentioned throughout the module. We just focused on the VARC learning style. Let's scroll down and have a look at multiple intelligences. You'll see it looks very, very similar, only now you're summarizing your results from the multiple intelligence self-assessment. So, click the link, take the self-assessment, record your results, represent them here, as well as an explanation of what those results mean about your learning style, multiple intelligences. Again, this is going to look familiar. You're going to tie your results to at least 3 strategies you can use in the classroom that correspond to those results, and 3 careers that also line up as a result of your results on the self-assessment. I don't want to keep repeating myself, but all the information is here. So just use the links or do your own web research. Some of these links have additional websites here, here, and here, so the information is abundant. Use it, report it on your assignment. That's step 2 done now. We did VARC learning style. We did multiple intelligences. Let's move down to part C. This one deals with personality. It's very repetitive at this point, only now you're plugging in your results for personality. So on the assignment directions, you've got your link to take the self-assessment or find your own. You've got your link for the academic strategies. At least 3 of those will go here. You've got your link for career connections. At least 3 of those will go here. So again, plug and play, fill in the information, find out more about yourself and about what those results mean in terms of classroom connection and future career options. The more you invest in this assignment, the more meaningful the last module of the class is going to be for you, because the final module of the class is all about career. So spend some time exploring careers now. That will make that final module all the more while for you. So that's parts A, B, and C. I am going to change the screen for part D because part D is a little bit different. We'll go through part D together, and then that will be a wrap for this module's assignment, M4A2 self-portrait. The links to take the final self-assessment are duplicated both here and on your assignment template. Whenever you click one of those 2 links, it will bring you to this website. This is the final self-assessment for this assignment. This one was not included in any of your study activities, so pretty much everyone will be taking this one in flight during the assignment directions for this assignment. So it's called Building Excellence. It's abbreviated BE. We're at the link. Provide the requested information to create a new account, and you'll use the account code 2DN7N to access this assessment. Once you've done that, click Submit. So what that means is fill out this information, your first name, your last name, your email address. You can use your IRSC email address for this. You'll create a password, so it does not have to be your IRSC password. Create a password here. duplicate it here, and then this is where you're going to type in this code. The college pays a stipend for you to take this assessment. So that's what the code is for. It's already been paid for. You type in 2DN7N into this account code, click submit, and it's going to bring you through a couple of questions involving demographics. You'll select continue. There's a screen of directions about the assessment. You'll read through that and again select continue. I'm not going to do that live on the video because it takes time to go through it. You have 3 sections to answer questions for. This takes about 15 or 20 minutes. It's 3 sections. Once you finish this self-assessment, it's going to ask you which report you'd like to download. There are 3 options. It's very important that you download the full report. It's the one that has the most pages. It's approximately 20 pages. So download the correct report. I'll show you that report here in just one moment. And with that report, you'll have all the information required to finish this assignment. So let's pull up that report and start filling in the responses to our final section, Building Excellence. On the left-hand side of the screen now is an example of the full report. This is only one page of 20, but I'll show you the other pages in just one moment. You'll notice that they match color coordinatedly, if that's a word, to the sections on the right-hand side. So this coral color here represents perceptual elements, and that here is also denoted in purple. This orange color here, psychological, also here in orange, environmental, and so on. So there is a connection, a color scheme that connects your full report to the last section of this assessment. So let's have a look at perceptual. It wants you to identify one of your highest scores. So you're going to put your highest score here. A high score can be something very strong to the right or something very strong to the left. But think of something that's strong in either direction. It just so happens that this student had 3 strong results. They were all to the right, which is okay, but they could have just as easily been to the left. For auditory, they prefer more auditory instruction. For visual picture, also more visual picture. And for kinesthetic, more kinesthetic. Originally, this won't make a whole lot of sense as to what those mean, but we will find out more through the report and include that on our brief introduction. I'll show you where to find that. So highest score, let's just go with kinesthetic, and we will say that the highest score, it's auditory verbal. So they had an auditory verbal, and it's high, more auditory verbal. So I'm going to stay on this section. I'm going to scroll down to find out more about auditory verbal. Scrolling down through the results, here it is. This is the description, strong, more auditory verbal. This is exactly what that result means. So you can literally read this and then copy and paste it right into the brief introduction. It says on top, brief introduction. This is exactly what the assignment is calling for. So in this case, you have a strong preference for learning new and difficult information when you can express yourself to others or aloud to yourself, such as discussing a subject you are learning or information presented during a meeting or a lecture. This is definitely one of your strengths. Exercise it most of the time. So that's the brief introduction. You'll include that here for this field and then move on for the final one, which is recommended strategies. To find that, you'll need to continue scrolling down the page until you get to the recommended strategies, the descriptions of the strengths. Here is BE, recommended strategies, but this is for auditory. So let's find the one we were previously looking at, which was auditory verbal. So I'm just scrolling down. Here is a duplication of some of the brief introduction that we just mentioned, but here are the recommended strategies. So what can you do in the classroom to maximize this result? So be aware of time management. Your need for continuous discussion may interfere with others' learning needs. Arrange to meet with others to clarify your questions or a mutual convenient time. So be aware of those strategies and copy and paste them into your results here for recommended strategies. So you need 1 score for perceptual, 1 for psychological, and then the other 5 as well. You'll have 5 total scores. Just to show you one more component of this, let's have a look at this green color here, emotional. This student had a moderate level here on motivation and task persistence, but this one's even a little further away with conformity. On this student, it was moderate, but it was pretty strong moderate for less conforming. So for the highest score, I might put conformity less conforming. That's the highest score of emotional. Find the brief introduction and the recommended strategies and fill in that information as well. We'll scroll down for brief introduction. I'm on the green section now, and we are looking for conformity. Here it is. You have a strong preference for being less conforming. You frequently prefer to complete work tasks and school assignments the way you think it could be done based on your experiences. That's the brief introduction. Copy it, paste it over, scroll down and find the recommended strategies. We'll scroll down again until we find that green section, so it goes by kind of quickly here. We're on yellow, purple, and here is green. Task persistence, motivation. Here is conformity. It has a longer description here, but again, what we're looking for now is the BE recommended strategies. So read through the strategies, copy and paste them here. You'll do that 6 total times, 1 for each color. Once you've completed that, save your assignment. This is one of your more complicated assignments of the semester, but it should be more meaningful as well. This assignment is all about you. So save it in the correct form. Upload it for this week's assignment, submit it before the due date on your schedule of activities, and reach out to your instructor early if you have any questions. Otherwise, I hope this video has helped, and best of luck on your next assignment.